Welcome to Ask the Pros, where we speak to professionals, entrepreneurs, and people making a difference. They come on the show, tell their story as to motivate and inspire others. For you, I saw your story on Instagram. Shout out to DJ Abbas, who posted it on Instagram. And I saw it. I said, I like what you're doing. I like the inspiration, the motivation, and I'm going to get in touch with you to bring you on the show. And really and truly now, we are here. And thank you for being able to make it. So, Ruth, like we always do on this show, we always start from the beginning. Starting from the beginning means telling us who Ruth is, how Ruth grew up, and what you were motivated by, as a young girl. How did this whole thing really start for you?
Like I said in the video, I attended Ahmadu Bello University, graduated with a 2-1 from the Department of Business Administration and Management. I was meant to have graduated 2013, but due to the ASU strike, that period, it was moved till 2014. So that was when my set actually graduated. After then, I think I've written 2 tests, one for Coca-Cola and then the other for KPMG. None came out successful. So I was like, why waste my time and just be writing tests up and down when I can just be on my own? And so I was actually into makeup. Do I say I was a makeup artist or I am a makeup artist? I don't know which word that best describes that statement, but I was into makeup and doing that I started when I was in 200 level. That should be 2011. Yeah, 2011. And then I started. I did it in school, although it served me well, even through my youth service. I used that to patch up some financial difficulties I was having until I passed out. I said, okay, let me do this as full-time job. And I noticed that it wasn't really paying off. There were a lot of persons that will come underprice you. They will tell you, yes, they know you are good, you're using good products, but they will not pay this amount that you're charging. And of course, you are doing business not to make friends. You do business to make profits.
Yeah, to make money and to make profit. Yeah.
So I look at it, I was like, why should I continue wasting my time doing this? So I just packed it one side. So for that period, will I say I was jobless?
What now motivated you to start this journey, to go on this journey? What really sparked it?
Would I say anything really sparked it? It was just a thought that came. Normally, I used to blend tiger nut on my own at home for my own consumption. So I have this neighbor who usually buys for me. Then she buys the Eva bottle because she loved the way I prepared it. And she was like, Ruth, why not go and sell this thing? So my question always to her was, where I won't sell them. And so that was how I always killed the topic. And we just moved on. I was just doing the thing, I'll be drinking, enjoying myself. But after some time, I just sat down and I thought, okay, why can't I do kunu? Actually, my original idea was to repackage kunu and sell, not tiger nut. I never had any idea that I would go into tiger nut full time. I only had the idea of packaging kunu, doing it so well that people would love it. So when I went out the first day, I started with 2.5 basically. I bought new bottles that could be sealed. I didn't start by picking bottles. No, I don't have that belief. I bought new bottles. I bought the seal. I started with 17 bottles. The first day I went out, I sold out. But before I went to that place, that day I sat down and I thought, what can I do? Let me do kunu. Immediately the thought came, I didn't sit and say, let me think about it. How do I not start to sell it? Or immediately I had the thought, I don't know, something just stood me up. I dressed up, I went out. I didn't know where I was going to, but I just knew I had to go out and look for where to sell. So I went to a place where mechanics have their workshop. So I asked one of them, how far? Do they allow people come in here to sell? He said, yes, a lot of people come to sell. I said, okay, if I bring this thing, will people buy? He said, why not? And so the very next day, immediately I left there, I went and we did the last 2-5 I had. Went to the market. I bought Kunu stuff. I bought what do you call it, bottles. Funny enough, I have never made Kunu in my life.
Are you serious? So you've never made kunu in your life. So how do you not get the whole thing right?
Okay, my mom, I called her, so she gave me directions on how to prepare it. Then I made it. Along the line, something was not right, and so I started crying. I said, it was as if, when they're giving you directions and it doesn't come out exactly the way the direction was given, you feel you flopped, so it's useless. So that was why I busted into tears. I started crying. I called my sister. I was like, I see what happened though. She said, okay, let her call her friend that just gave her kunu. Let her ask that one how they do it. And so she called that one. Meanwhile, I've already prepared it too. I was still crying. She called me back. She said I should not worry. I should just do it. I did it. The next day I went out. I sold out. They bought
Amazing.
all 17 bottles.
Amazing.
And I was like, wow, is this not great? So that same day I went out. One of the men now asked that, don't I do this other thing they call soya milk? He said something nuts. I said tiger nuts. He said yes. I said I can do it. He said I should do it, that they used to buy, they like it. And so that was how I started doing kunu alongside tiger nuts. The next time I was going there, I did tiger nuts alongside the kunu, and I sold out everything. So from then onward, I always made it a point of duty to sell out every quantity I take out. So that meant doing just enough that can make me sell out. So even if you meant doing just 20 or just 30 or 25, just within the range of which I can sell out. And if I don't sell out, I don't go back home. I make sure I sell out. And that was how I started meeting people.
You made sure that whenever you go out with your products, you always sell out, yeah?
Yes.
How long does it take you to sell the product for the day?
Not up to 5 hours.
So is this something that you make them fresh? You don't have like,
yes.
so you don't have any left in the house. So you just make them fresh and make sure that you
I always make them. That's my goal. That's my, like, it has now become my standard. But since I've now considered it a corporate organization, it is now one of the corporate standards never to sell what has stayed more than 24 hours. So the goal is produce what you can sell within 24 hours.
That's good. Great. I like that. So now coming to the name, the name of your business, how did you come about that name? Because we all know that, when you want to start a business, it's always good to have a good name, so what motivated that name? What inspired that name?
So, what I sell, they are natural stuffs and they grow from the earth. So now, funny enough, I have 2 sons.
Oh, okay, good.
The name of the first is Ethan. The second is Liam.
Okay, good.
So we have ETH, which is Ethan, and then we have Liam, which is LI. So I said, why not do Esley?
Etley Naturals.
And Liam, so that's how we got Etley Naturals.
Brilliant. Like that. That was a very well thought out name. Very well thought out name. I like that. So now, in the last 24 hours, you sort of like blown out now,
Overblow, they worry the matter.
Can you permit me to say, Ruth, you don't blow.
I don't blow. Overblow, they worry me.
Overblow, they worry you. Tunde Eno don't carry you.
Money Oboli.
Yeah, Money Oboli don't carry you. A lot of blogs don't carry you now. My dear, you don't blow. I say, these your wings, eh? I go ride with these your wings. I mean, I go ride these wings.
Okay, no, I know size you.
Eh, oh my God. So let's take it back a bit here. You know, when you graduated school and you were looking for a job and you didn't get a job, you know, did any other thing come to your mind? You know, because really the kind of environment, you know, Nigeria is, you know, you're a young girl just out of school looking for a job. Think about any other thing to do because people just said, you know, okay, I not get work or government not give us work. So I could do what I got to do. But yours was different. What actually, you know, was going through your mind, you know, at the point where you were looking for a job and there was no job?
One thing about me is I live based on principles. Will I say I'm strict? People that know me a lot, they know some call me a noisemaker. If I'm around somebody I'm comfortable with, I make a lot of jokes. You can even be like miles away from me. I will scream your name because I like you are my paddy or stuff like that. But when it comes to some things, I don't joke with them. I live my life based on certain principles that can make me to like, I don't know how to put it, but principles that make you live a focused life, a life that is straightforward, honest, dependable. So those are the things that I live my life based on. So based on that reasoning, I decided that if I'm not going to get a job, then I should be able to labor for myself. So that's why I decided to venture into something that has to do with skill. And when I did that, I was like, my own sense of reasoning is when I do something, that's my motto. When I do something, I have to do it well, almost perfectly.
Absolutely.
If not, I should not be wasting my time doing that. If I can't do it well, I shouldn't do it. So that's why whatever I do, I put in my best, even if it means me, if something coming out of me, or me getting ill or having health issues because of that. But I want people to know me for the fact that when they mention Ruth, you know that it has to do with quality or value.
Yeah, and you want to put in your 101% as well.
Yes.
Yes, that's good. So in doing this business now, you know, what are the challenges you're facing with this? Because I don't know what the challenges are, but what are the things that you're facing right now in doing this prior to now that everything is all over the place now? But what were the challenges that you were facing, you know, prior to this?
Well, it's just me. I've been running it for over a year and 6 months. So a year and a half, I've been running Earthly Naturals on my own. Right from when I started with 17 bottles till now that I produce up to 200 bottles, I've been running it on my own. So it has affected me somehow, although not severely, but health-wise, because the heavy lifting, you have to do it alone, you blend alone, you squeeze the juice out alone. But then I do all of that because I try to protect the health of my consumers. That's why I don't look at me doing it alone as a problem, but it is a problem.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have that empathy, you know, think about other people as well, you know, put them in your shoes as well. But to make things easier for you, what would you want that will make things easier for you now producing, you know, your natural stuff and making sure that your produces comes out, they come out every day? What's going to make this process easier for you?
Are you talking about now that the blow don't come?
No. Okay, before the blow and now when the blow don't come now, you know. So we are talking about before the blow and now when the blow
Okay.
don't come. So
Okay.
what is going to make it easier for you now to keep on producing your early natural stuff?
I basically need more hands because, especially with that tiger nut, there's a lot of process that goes on there. That drink is so nice to taste, but if you know the work put in, you will run away from venturing into it. There's money in it.
Is it that you need machineries or processing units?
Aside from that, I need hands. Like, we need people to select, because I pick the tiger nuts. There are rotten ones among them. There are stones. So you have to select and separate the good ones from the bad ones. You have to wash. And then before you now talk about machineries. But there are processes you have to go through before you come to the machineries. So talk about the human
Effort.
the help. Yes. Manpower. We need manpower. We need the machines, because now that the demand has increased, unlike before, we could handle it fine. Like I told you, I've run it for a year and 6 months, no issues. But now, I'm telling you, truthfully, categorically, I thought I was ready. But the truth is, I'm not even half ready. Like, it came like a flood.
Don't worry, Ruth. It's a good problem to have. Remember this: God will never give you what you cannot handle. Remember this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, and there's always a reason for everything. Now that you're at
Yeah.
this stage, trust me, something is going to happen next that you won't even believe. Like, oh my God, is this it? You know, because God don't set us up for failure. It doesn't. You know, so just believe, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to this stage now all by yourself. Now you're this stage now. You're this bridge now, you know, and you can't this is not the time to give up, man. You just need to start. Yeah. You need to keep on grinding and keep on pushing.
You need to have seen me when I just started branding. There's this hat I used to wear, round. It's not bad. It's a modern hat, but I wear that with my uniform, of course, and then I go out. So most of the people that know me, they like, once they see the hat coming from afar, they know it's a Ruth that is coming to sell tiger. So now we did some rebranding, and then that's how we came about the face cap.
What about? Yeah, I like your igloo. You know the cooler I use in selling it. Yeah. I like that color. It's nice. So are you just the only one selling it, or you also have people that sell for you as well?
Just me.
So why don't you get other people to sell for you? Like why are you selling it alone?
If I have plans. One of the plans, apart from now that Omonio Boli and a certain Mr. Nnamdi has said they want to upscale the business, I had plans of getting another kind of that cooler, because, like I said, I like to do things differently from how others do it. It may look similar, but there's something that diverts me from your path.
Yeah, you have to be creative and innovative as well.
Yes. So that cooler, I like, okay, my mindset is, if I get this cooler, a second one, before I get the third one, I want my brand to be identified by a certain thing. So the point is, if you see an igloo cooler coming, this is Earthly Naturals. So that was the impression I had before this came from nowhere.
And it's all about branding as well, because you're certainly on the right path. You know, branding your business, that means that some of like attachment to you. So it's a personal brand and also a business branding as well. So now you bring that igloo thing out, you're trying to just identify that, you know, as that is me coming and that's my brand.
Yeah. Yes.
That's good. I like that. So if you're meant to go back school or business wise now, what would you do differently?
Differently? Is there anything? I don't think there's anything I would have done different. Like I said, I live my life in a principled way. So I have everything I have done. It's just I may not like, but I just love the way everything has happened. So there's nothing I would have done differently. It's just that I wish I had this idea earlier. That's all. I wish I had it earlier. I would have been better off by now.
Okay. So now a lot of people have seen you now, and someone comes to meet you and say, Ruth, do you know what? I like what you're doing. I like the way you've handled this business, and I'm thinking of going into the business as well. What would be your advice to that person?
My advice is not to just start telling you these are starting my own, so you can go and start your own. It is not one thing cannot work for two persons. It's what they will say is not your calling. Yeah, that is working for me does not mean that if you drag an Nikki cooler, do it 1 year, 2 years, it will work for you. No, it's the truth.
And that has to go with your passion as well, because I'm sure that there have been some point where you would have said you want to give up, you don't want to do this anymore. But for the fact that, you love what you were doing, it's your passion, and you just kept on going, right?
Yeah, yes. Funny enough, there was a man I met once. He bought my product actually. In the next 1 year, I will be tired. And I looked at him and I laughed. I didn't say anything, because if I had stood there and argued with him, it would have been baseless. Because I know I've done it to the point where it has become like if you don't sleep, when a human doesn't sleep, it affects you. So you eat it, you drink it, you feel it, you breathe it, everything. The earthly brand, I revolve around it. It revolves around me. So we are entwined with each other. It's a passion. It's a hobby. It's something I love doing. It's not just because of the money. If it were because of the money, there are certain standards I would lower. I'm telling you this sincerely. There are a lot of people that do some kind of things behind the scene, alter a lot of things behind the scene, just to make profits, just to break even. I am not interested in that. I'm interested in your satisfaction. If you love my product, you have given me joy. You have taken that pain I felt while producing this thing away from me. Sometimes I drag that cooler, it's heavy. The cooler on its own, if you Google that cooler, you will see the weight. On its own, it's heavy. So now tell me, when you now load it with CL and CL of bottles, maybe like 90 or 80, and you're pulling it. Do you know tons of load you're pulling? So it affects your arm, it affects everywhere. But because of that satisfaction I get, the joy I get from seeing that my consumers are actually enjoying this, it takes every pain away from my body. It takes every health challenges I may feel like may come later away, and it gives me that zeal to push on, to keep doing it, not to lower my standards, not to cut ways, but to keep doing it the right way, the way it ought to be done, the way that it can benefit the consumers, and the way that, like I said, we make people know that this is Ruth. Ruth has quality, Ruth has value.
Yeah, good, Ruth, like that. But you just mentioned the problem now, pulling that cooler.
Yeah.
Because it's your brand, and you know how you know where you want to go with this brand. In solving that problem now, how are you going to solve that problem? Because with the way things are right now, Ruth, you can't be pulling that cooler for that long.
Yes.
You have to find, you're going to find new ways to do things now. So what are one of the ways you're thinking you're going to do things differently now?
If I'm stating this, am I not like giving my future out to the world?
No, because I can't. It's not giving it, because even
there are a lot of people that have money. They're looking for how to invest it, not in me, on their own. There are people that have money, they don't have ideas, so they key into ideas, they pick it, and they steal it away from you, because some people have ideas, they don't have money to execute. Some have money to execute, they don't have ideas. So the world is not balanced.
Yeah, but I know this life no balance. But but number one thing you said is that, like, I'm taking away from this is that the way you're doing this, you're doing it as if you're the one taking it, and you're putting all your skills and all your knowledge into it, making sure that what you're giving people out there is what you will take as well. So your passion is going into it. And trust me, not everybody have that passion. Some people just want to make profit, they want to make money, but you making money is not your satisfaction. Your satisfaction here, I believe, from what you said right now, is people taking it and they tell you, Ruth, this thing is good. I like it. I like the taste and all that. That's what gives you satisfaction, right?
Yes.
So if someone says he wants to take your idea, they can take the idea, but do they actually know how to produce it? Everybody we all drink Coca-Cola, drink Coke and Pepsi and whatever, but not everybody can make Pepsi, not everybody can make Coke. You understand? So ideas are everywhere. Like the ideas are everywhere. They're beaucoup, they're plenty. It's now down to your passion and how far you'll be willing to go to realize that passion.
That's the word. How far you are willing to go. How far you are willing to go. So it's like I don't mind them. Like they were saying yesterday on I was on Omonio Boli's live. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't. I'm sure it was quite late.
So we're talking about getting a cooling van instead of dragging that cooler. You can get a cooling van.
Yeah, that cooler roots. You did try that thing at work.
But the cooler fine. You know, say how you did cheap for the cooler.
I like the cooler. I like the cooler. The cooler fine.
Strategy. By the time you drag down, and that was the whole idea behind that thing. Like you should present your product as something that should be able to pull your customers to you. You don't have to do majority of the work. What you are moving with should do the work for you. So it's like as you are walking, the cooler is screaming, tiger nut, but he's not talking. But whoever turns his eyes and looks, wow, what is this? I have a customer. I just rebranded my bottles. I don't know if you've seen my sticker. Have you visited my page?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've seen them.
There's someone that did it for me. He bought my product in one of the places I sell. He bought, and he was like, the next day he now called me. He said, do I know why he bought my product? I said, no. He said, when he saw me dragging their cooler, he said to himself in his heart that whatever is inside this cooler, he's going to take it.
And it must be nice.
In his heart. He said, yes. He said that he must take whatever is inside this. Some people call it a box, some call it a generator. Then he must take it. He must take this thing. But he was for me. It was not until one of my customers that he was standing with offered to buy for them. He took it and he said he loved it. And he offered to rebrand my my sticker for me. And some other things free of charge.
That's nice. Blessing right there.
So he said he believes with what he's saying, the zeal I'm putting, the effort and everything. He believes that he's not wasting his effort, and he knows it will yield. I'm telling you this, it is just 1 month since that happened that I got this breakthrough.
Do you know what, people can easily see through you, because trust me, when I saw that video, I watched the video and I watched it again, and I said, I could just see the passion in you. The passion was there. You're not doing it. I just saw that this thing is not just for money. You love what you're doing. You actually love this thing. And again, your presentation is nice. You look clean. You look nice. Your white is on point. Your heart is on point. The color itself is on point. The color is, the white part is clean. Everything is just. It's as if that color just come out for shop. The color.
I don't maintain now. I don't maintain. Now my motto be that baby.
Ruth, that cooler.
My baby, that's my baby.
The cooler they shine. I say no. There's something. There's something about this girl and this cooler. That is true, man. I like it. I like it. I'm happy. I'm happy that you've come this far with your brand, and you're so passionate about it. I like what you're doing, I like the fact that, you're pushing, following your passion, and you're trying to tell the other people out there, if I can do it, you can also do it as well. Now, for people out there that have probably graduated and they're looking for a job, and the saying goes the same. Oh, government not give us work not the outside do. We know get job do. What would be your advice to those people?
I said it in the video. I said you do not have to work in an office to be successful. And I'm still reiterating it. I will still say it tomorrow. Success doesn't lie in the four walls of an office. You can do something on your own and it pushes you. But the only thing that can make you survive in whatever you are doing is passion. Some people do businesses. If you see somebody today selling pomo, tomorrow is selling okrika, next tomorrow is selling material, another time is selling tomato. You keep changing businesses. Meanwhile, you have not looked for a way to keep improving that one business you are doing, so that you can make it different. A lot of people sell kunu and tiger nuts. I'm telling you this, but I can still say with confidence, not for once have I felt threatened, because I know my path is different from theirs. We sell the same product, our product does not taste the same. My customers will tell you they don't taste the same. There is just that difference. I do my things differently, but in a standardized way. It's standard. I do it standard, but it is different. So I don't feel threatened. Do something that when you love to wake up, you like to wake up. I wake up very early. I rush because I'm happy. Today is that day. Let me do it. Today is that day I meet customers. Today is that day I get to meet somebody new. Every time I go out to sell, I'm excited because I always meet at least one person I've never met before. And what that means is that your exposure is widening. What that means is that you are getting new ideas every time. People offer their wealth of knowledge, and I fetch from them. I just listen, I shake my head. But at the end of the day, I make sure they buy you. You can't just be advising me to buy. While you're advising me, you just drinking tiger nuts.
Now business on our business. So something
and
that's
strategy. And strategy. If the cooler no movie, if my just no movie, I go use mouth movie. Anyhow, we go sharp buy. So that the way they go. Be passionate about what you are doing. You don't have to work in an office to be successful. Look for a business you can do differently. No business that exists in this life is new. They all exist. Nothing is new under the sun. But the way you do it differently is what now makes that business exciting. Let people be excited to come to you. Let people be excited to see you. Let people be excited to spend their money on you. Like some people just buy, give me one tiger nut. Let them be happy that they are giving you that money. Let not be as if the verse. This one don't come, make her just buy, make it no like say no. Let them be happy. When you don't reach far, they go call you. Some people go run, they run, come meet you, say, wait to I know they call you. Sometimes you will see somebody go just run, they follow you. Get one day I just did somebody they run, they call me. I didn't hear. The guy was running after me. When I stopped, I turned back. The guy said he has been calling me since. In my mind, I was like, wow. The guy was like, he has been calling. I said, now you run from that far. He just smiled. And I was like, wow, is it now that good that people have to run and follow you from far? One guy was sweating profusely, said he has been calling. I had to beg him and beg him and beg him. But I was happy that I'm doing something that can make somebody run after. If it's something they will call you, you don't answer, you're gone. That's the problem. But they have to run and follow me. I was like, wow, I'm so happy. So it keeps me going. Once I have that joy, there's nothing that can stop me. I break limits and
Ruth, absolutely. To add to what you said, I think consistency is key as well.
yeah.
And when your why is greater, the reason why you're doing this is greater, you'll never give up. You always live your passion, because the reason behind it should be greater than any other thing around it, and that's what I believe pushes you further.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that you want people to take away from this? Like it could be a word of encouragement. It could be a word of inspiration. What is that one thing, that you want people to take away from this? Now, looking at your journey, the way you started, and now you're at this point now, what is that one thing that you want people to take away from this conversation?
I had said it earlier, and I'll still say it again. Do something that people are doing, but do it differently. It could be that you have to sell sugarcane, or you can sell sugarcane differently, and people will buy your sugarcane. It's not because you are the only sugarcane seller, but because there's something you are doing right with that sugarcane. It could be the packaging, it could be the way you present yourself, it could be the way the sugarcane looks. But do what you want to do. Always do it differently. Be different. That difference is what gives you everything you need concerning your business. The key word is difference. That's all I can say. Do something differently. Nothing is new, but do that old thing in a different way.
Thank you very much, Ruth. I love what you're doing. You're doing an amazing job. You're doing a fantastic job. And I honestly pray you would succeed in whatever you're doing. God will bless your business. And honestly wish you all the best. So for those, I know say you don't blow your name there everywhere, but for people we never know you, for people that don't know you yet, they are watching this and listening to this, where is the best place for them to get in touch with you?
But if you are getting in touch, let it be order first, sha. Order first, order ahead.
It doesn't like UK ID. If it's going to be UK ID, I don't drive community, can't collect my order since.
Yeah, for don't challenge you say wait here, come take tiger now. So if you want to reach me, you can reach me on my mobile, and that's also my WhatsApp number, 080 99 45 5061. Again, it's 080 99 45 5061. Our social media handles are Earthly_naturals, both on Facebook and on Instagram. Earthly, ETHLI_naturals, Facebook and Instagram. Then on Twitter, I am Naturals Earthly. Naturals Earthly. You'll find my handle.
Thank you very much for the time, Ruth. I'm really grateful for the time, And for those of you that want to follow us on Instagram, Askdpros. And Ruth, thanks a lot. Thanks a million. I really want to wish you all the best. All the best. All the best.